So GTA 6 pre-orders and the release date. In this video, I'm going to try and explain in the best way I can what the different theories are and what my actual predictions are. I have previously done a video about this, but the comments I'm getting are suggesting that maybe I didn't explain it as well as maybe I should have. So hopefully in this video, I can explain my theories a little bit better and put a bit more emphasis on why I believe we're going to receive pre-orders on a certain date and why I think the game's going to be released on a certain date. But before we get into today's video, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so if you would consider liking and subscribing, that's massively appreciated. And secondly, we only have 15 of the day one hoodies left over, so if you do want to grab one, you can go and visit the merch store in the top right hand corner now. So about a week ago, Take-Two Interactive had their earnings call, and this earnings call was to let the investors know what Take-Two's predictions are for the rest of fiscal 24, but also this gave the investors opportunities to ask questions. Now the first half of the earnings call wasn't really that interesting if you want to know stuff about GTA 6, but the second half was really interesting and is linked down below. One of the investors that I called in over the phone had asked what the predictions are for fiscal 25. Now I want to clarify, there's a difference between a calendar year and a fiscal year. A calendar year is January to December, everyone knows that, but a fiscal year is usually April to the end of March the following year. So fiscal 25 starts in April of 2024 and ends on the last day of March in 2025. We know from the GTA 6 trailer that Rockstar are planning to release GTA 6 in 2025. But during this call, Take-Two said that they think their fiscal 25 turnover is going to be around about $7 billion. Now the reason why this is important is because Take-Two's current turnover is about $5 billion a year. So to increase that turnover by an additional $2 billion is a significant amount of money. Now some people have put forward the case that maybe this extra $2 billion will come from pre-orders. Now this is the bit that I'm going to disagree with. GTA 6 will be one of the biggest games ever. In terms of sales volume, in terms of microtransactions, in terms of every single metric possible, it will be the biggest game ever made. But I still don't think that if we get pre-orders in March, for example, of 2025, that's going to be $2 billion in maybe 4 weeks worth of pre-orders. I don't see that being the case. Now, if I wasn't a GTA YouTube channel, I wouldn't buy a pre-order, because what's the point? If you can get it on release day by just downloading a digital product, I'd do that. Especially when Rockstar don't offer a price incentive for a pre-order. Like, you don't get a massive discount. Sometimes you get additional perks when you get the game, but pre-orders have never been a significant form of income for Rockstar games. So for GTA 5, the main pre-order price was about $60. So that means that Rockstar made about $210 million of pre-orders. I'm just stopping the video here because I've just found out that most of these pre-orders were from third-party retailers. So the actual profit that Rockstar got out of it was still absolutely nowhere near that figure. It was probably about 75% of that figure, if not 50% of that figure. So that's even further proving the point. And let's just say that GTA 6 is going to sell twice as well as GTA 5, it's still nowhere near that magical $2 billion mark. Now, of course, Rockstar isn't the only company that Take-Two Interactive own. They own many other developers, but none of these developers have releases coming out that would account for even a quarter of that sort of revenue. And when I say that sort of revenue, I mean a quarter of $2 billion. None of them have any releases in the pipeline that will get anywhere near that. So I personally believe that there won't be $2 billion worth of pre-orders. However, GTA 5 made $800 million at release. If we take the assumption that GTA 6 is going to sell twice as well, which I think is a very fair assumption to make, especially as over the past 5 years, more people have got interested in GTA 5 due to the online content and of course the pandemic. It was more of a gateway for people to get into the Grand Theft Auto universe. If we were to get a release date of some point in March 2025, it would be very easy for pre-orders, which let's say for example they come in December of this year, and the initial sales volume from the game to get up to a $2 billion mark. Now, of course, there's so many different variables on this and none of us know the exact answers, but I'm still within reason predicting that based on the information we currently have, we're probably going to see Grand Theft Auto in March 2025. However, and this is an important part of the video, it could be delayed, and realistically, Rockstar will probably delay it because they delay everything. But then to counter that argument, during the pandemic, development on GTA 6 slowed down significantly. But back in 2018, there was a lot of changes happening within Rockstar that involved the departure of many people. And of course, that spanned from the period of like 2018 to present day. There's a lot of people that have exited the business, and there has been a lot of other delays. And Rockstar's even been under scrutiny for their whole company structure. That could mean two things. That could mean one, they're aiming for 2025 and and it could still get delayed to like end of 2025, maybe even 2026, or it could mean that the game was supposed to come out this year, or maybe even last year originally. Who knows? We don't have any definitive answers, but we know that the game probably would have come sooner if Rockstar hadn't had to face all of these issues for the past 5 or so years of them being in business. So this 2025 release could already be the delayed release, or the 2025 figure could be Rockstar being overly optimistic and it could be dramatically later. It could be the end of 2025, it could be 2026. Rockstar have delayed games in the past. The truth is, none of us are insiders at Rockstar and we don't have the answers we need to be able to come to a solid conclusion. But what we do have is Rockstar's pattern of behaviour and theories. Until we hear otherwise, we have no definitive dates. Maybe the release of Trailer 2 might give us some more information, but until then, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.